Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our weekly core protocol sync. I will be leading the call today. Nazar is out of power right now due to the situation in the Ukraine. He's fine, just won't be able to attend the meeting. So today we're just going to go through and get some updates on what our core protocol team is working on. I can give a brief update for Nazar. He has mainly been focused on consensus v2. There's a large pull request right now, which is under review, which implements the end-to-end workflow for our new SSD friendly or SSD optimized consensus, storage-based consensus. And we are hoping to do some benchmarking with that this week before we move into the next milestone, which is going to be implementing some of the new cryptographic primitives within that. Any questions or comments on that, or any feedback on Nazar's PR that we need to discuss? No? Okay. Moving up one layer to the networking side. Shamil?
Sure. Let me share my screen. Yep. Last week, I created several pairs, adding multiple features to the DSNV2. The pairs mostly define pieces announcement by nodes and data pooling for farmers. This pair was finalized. It's introduced announce piece and get piece providers method to nodes and some refactoring. Also, I added provider publication and expiration intervals, provider removal method for the node, some other refactoring, and also I added pooling pieces protocol for farmers. This is custom request response protocols that will enable farmers to get pieces from nodes. It is in the draft state because there is a question that I need to finalize first. It relates to the piece key for the protocol. It could be either piece index as Nazar designed and piece index hash as I require, and we'll discuss it during the PR, which will be the case. Also, some Kademlia modification, some fixing some multiple segments republishing for the nodes, etc. Right now, I started to work with caching layer for farmers for pieces. I customized custom record storage for the Kademlia. I introduced some splits traits for that. Kademlia has, for some reason, joined traits for records providers and for records and providers. They have mega traits instead of two smaller traits, and I introduced those traits and in several implementations for them. For those, currently there are memory implementations. And what I'm going to do next is introduce a parity DB implementation for the pieces. This will enable farmers to store efficiently pieces on the local drive. This I will do this week. One of the major issues that are unsolved now is pieces and pieces expiration policy. This will define local storage cache for farmers, network congestion. This is a major issue, and we will work on it probably later this month. That's it.
Great, thank you very much, Shamil. Sounds like you've been very busy. Any questions, comments from the group? Nope. Okay, Lu Cheng, if you'd like to go next.
Sure, let me share my screen. Yeah, last week I have one PR about the executor, like palette executor fixes. Among those commits, I would like to talk about one of them, which is about this priority of this unsigned extrinsic subread bundle, because it's more like an open question. So I would like to have some more attention. The problem is that now we have we can have multiple receipts in a bundle, and it's possible that the transaction pool can receive multiple bundle, which can contain some common receipts. In that case, the later extrinsic will have to be checked, if it needs to replace the previous one, because those two extrinsics provides a same tag, or they contain a same receipts in their receipts fields. In that case, this priority for this extrinsic is kind of complicated. And currently I have a quick workaround for this, but I'm pretty sure it's not thoughtful. So just would like to have more attention on this problem.
Sorry, Lu Cheng, I'm not clear on the problem right now. That we have two versions of the same bundle, or
it's not two versions. Like considering this case, a transaction pool, there's an unsigned extrinsic submit bundle, which is already in this pool, providing the receipts for the first block, right? At block 2.
So we have the same receipt included multiple times in the chain.
Nope. It's not yet. We are not at that stage. It's still in the transaction pool. We need to decide which extrinsic has the higher priority, because we need to decide those two extrinsics, they providing their common receipts in those two bundles. Let's say the first bundle has the receipts for the block 1. The second bundle has the receipts for block 1 and block 2. In this case, those two extrinsics are provide the same tag for block 1, right? So we need to decide if the later one need to replace the previous one.
Just include them all for now.
No, that's not allowed by the transaction pool. So that's the tricky thing.
So we have two execution receipts, two bundles from two different executors that are both valid.
Right.
Right. And we're duplicating execution receipts for blocks in the body of the bundle.
Yes.
And why can't we just duplicate? Why can't, I mean, it's just a self-contained transaction.
It's more like a technical problem, because those two bundles are providing a same tag, there's a mechanism called the requires and provides in the transaction pool. If some transactions shipped with a tag which requires another transaction. When the transaction receives this extrinsic, this requires is not satisfied, this extrinsic will be put in the futures queue. If the transaction received by the transaction pool, all the requires are satisfied, then this extrinsic will be put into the ready queue. So that's the problem.
What is a tag?
The tag is currently we provide the receipt numbers, the number of receipts in this bundle.
The height of the receipt?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of the nonce, because we need to ensure the parent receipt is received before we can offset this one, right? So
Yeah.
This is the tricky part.
I guess it's hard for me to conceptually understand. I don't know enough about the internals of the transaction pool. I really can't answer that. Maybe with a picture.
Okay,
somebody else
okay.
here has some feedback.
Okay, in another word, it's about this. How about this one? Given an extrinsic, given these unsigned extrinsic submit bundle, right? We have two receipts. It's about the first block and the second block. Okay, the bundle one contains only the receipts for the first block. The bundle two contains the receipts for block one and block two. Which extrinsic has the higher priority? That's basically the problem.
The earlier extrinsic, whichever one is. I mean, the priority is
why.
The priority should be whichever one is received first from the point of view of the node.
Why? The later one has more receipts and it has higher receipts for the higher block.
Well, they should be prioritized based on when they're seen, when they're observed. So the priority should always be based on observed from the point of view of the block producer. But we're not going to have consensus, deterministic consensus on priority. I mean, it's kind of like if I get two forks, like if there's a fork and I get two blocks at the same height, which one do I include in the chain? Which one has the higher priority? But they should both be included in this case still.
Well, if we accepted the later one, it's kind of more effective, right? We can extend the yeah, it's yeah.
At this stage, we're over optimizing a bit right now.
Yeah, it's not critical, but it's an open question and can improve the efficiency.
I mean, it's going to change a lot once we have execution receipts that aren't not even included in the bundle anymore, that are just committed to. So that's going to change a lot of this anyway. So I think we're going to kind of over optimize for a system that we're just going to migrate away from anyways, or at least, the problem's going to fall away once we get to the next stage in the design.
Okay, then we can just live as it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much I would like to discuss. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Li Cheng. Hope that was helpful. Okay, Yvonne, do you have any updates on the core protocol side today?
No, only reviewed Nazar's code. Yeah, we'll spend some time also reviewing the release code on BDSN side. So yeah, no updates from me.
All right. Thank you, Ivan. Okay. Daria, any updates on your side?
So I've been mostly working on pinning down the commitment scheme that we can use, and I have came up with 2 that seem pretty good to me, but we still need to, well, I also still need to do some work in understanding the consequences of each one of them. So one is inspired by some posts that Vitalik did in Ethereum research, and also with what Polygon Avail is doing, though adapted to our case with like pieces and our sizes. And another one is, the second one is based on the succinct erasure coding proof system paper, and they both have a little different goals and implications, a little different asymptotics, but I will talk to you more in detail on research. There are pros and cons to both, so we can choose later. Still working on it. And I still need to give more detail about the Ethereum scheme that I didn't have. Well, I was kind of pushing back because it's a lot of reading and it's not very well organized. So I didn't spend time on it yet.
Yeah, if you could figure out what Ethereum 2's KZG data availability scheme is and write a blog post about that, I think everybody in the Ethereum community would be pretty happy too.
Yeah, I'm not sure they have even decided yet. So that's also one of the issues.
Sounds familiar. Okay. All right. Thanks, Daria. Okay. Any questions for Daria? All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. A little bit of a shorter update today, but lots of work being done by Nazar as well, and lots of exciting changes coming through in the next few weeks. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will see you again next week. Bye.